Finally, we're just about ready to go. Just getting into the first map's lobby. Had a couple of resubs while on break, waiting. Let's see here. Thank you to Aritsuru for the 2-month resub. Gyolupim for the new sub. Whoopsie daisy. Simoon said 1979 for the 23-month resub. My Tomanin, 24 months. Please tell Graham to feel better. What did Data announce to see if he got back, but apparently that didn't happen. Anyways, thank you for all your amazing casting on game. I love to watch, not play. Well, he's coming back in like 5 hours. Thank you. OFU also resubbed for 16 months. Thanks everyone for the support. I was currently waiting on the French cast to join us. Yeah. I took the time waiting to upload a video, so at least I was somewhat productive. I wish you guys could see the Nuggets playing with a hairband right now, but I don't think my camera can reach that. It's pretty cute though. She's pretty bored. You're carrying it. Yeah, you are. It's so cute. She thinks I just took it from her. No, do it. There we go. I fix. No, now she's just staring at it. What do you want me to do? There we go. Okay, we're getting into the game. It is MaNa versus GuMiho. First map on Underground. It's a little bit peculiar, but that's okay. As we have more people trickling in here, I suppose, I'd like to remind everyone that the bit boss at the end of my portion of this stream is going to get a BaseTradeTV portrait code. So whoever is the bit boss at the end of the stream in like 5 hours gets one of the rarest, if not the rarest, code in the game. Portrait in the game. Whatever. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, thank God. When it stalls out like that, you really get worried. Okay. It's a best of 5, and in the top left, as the red Protoss, it is Liquid MaNa. In the bottom left is the blue Terran. He is Psy Storm's GuMiho. I tagged the right guy. I did. Good. Cool. So, PvT. GuMiho has been losing his games versus Hero lately. But, you know, Hero is Hero, and that's just, you know, what does that really mean here for MaNa? It means MaNa has a shot, but GuMiho is still a pretty damn good Terran. If not occasionally the most fearsome in the world. I mean, at one point he was the last Terran surviving, I think, in the GSL, so pretty impressive player. Now, he's playing from Korea. A lot of the European guys are there in person, hanging out, having fun, whatever. But a lot of course, all of the foreigners, so, well, in this case, I'm using foreigners incorrectly. All of the Koreans and the North American players, if there's any North American players left, I guess there's need, are playing from online. So, that can definitely affect players every now and again. I mean, some deal a lot better with it than others, or just simply don't have any issues, like Neeb. East Coast America, I guess where he is, he doesn't even feel the delay from going to NA to Europe, so that's pretty good for him. But usually Korea to Europe is the worst, so you have Keen and all them. Keen, Tails, even Billy sometimes. Like, you have a lot of Koreans playing European Cups, so I do wonder. I think GuMiho doesn't play in them. Trying to think. I don't think he does. There's so many Korean leagues. Is there really a point, though? Like, there's so many Korean leagues now. You could just wait to play on your home server. So I don't think GuMiho does. It might be a little annoying to have to deal with the whatever type of lag he's going to get from going cross server. I'm pretty sure MaNa's at the location. But I don't have like a list of people that are there. I just know that a lot of people traveled there. Anyway, Stargates, I think before Nexus. Nexus is only just finishing up here, so for sure. And that's going to be maybe a little bit of a surprise for GuMiho. Now, GuMiho has a Widow Mine on the way. He has Marines. He didn't even go for a command center. So this might be more of a surprise for MaNa. I mean, not a lot of players won base without proxying against a Protoss player. For a time, this was super popular. Just going for a 1-1-1 against Protoss, but then expanding and all that jazz. Like, not really all-inning with it. But it really died down, so if you ever saw a 1-1-1, it was usually in proxy. Adept does soak up the Widow Mine. I'm assuming MaNa thought that was preferable to losing his Oracle with it. But he doesn't know if there's a second Widow Mine popping out of that factory. He didn't see the Cyclone on the way. So that could be a little bit dangerous. It could just mean that the Oracle... Well, the Oracle's the Cyclone now, so he should know that the Widow Mine... there's no second Widow Mine, but he doesn't know that it's not in that medevac. So, an Adept, only a single Adept is here, try and hold on. As I said, MaNa probably did not anticipate the one base opener, so he's not really prepared for this. Oh, Jesus. Almost a disaster. 2 probes go down. More probes are going to go down to the main base, however, as the Cyclone also pops out. There could be some micro on these Marines against the Oracle, but he's trying to kill it. He micros that one last Marine. Micros the Cyclone. He wants the Oracle so badly, but it's not going to happen here. Now his units are so damn injured. I don't know if they'll get any more probes, but look at that. Almost gets 2, right as I say that. Okay. 1 Marine and 1 Cyclone beat out 1 Adept. Alright, makes sense. I guess 1 Cyclone beats out 1 Adept. The point is that Marine lives through it all, so that's what I found surprising. Widow Mine got another shot off. I think it maybe got 2 kills, maybe 1. Cyclone finally dies, but another one is already on the way. GuMiho is still committing to his one-base play as a Viking even popped out. Medevac can't heal anything anymore, but he can still micro. Still dodge shots. That Adept's going to go down. More Marines making their way across the map appear all of a sudden. And can MaNa hold this? The Oracle is going to die, especially with the lock-on. The Viking had landed not to deal with the Phoenixes, so the Medevac's going to go down. It's picked up. It's funny. But now the Phoenixes can't really help out against this grounder. I mean, I think MaNa might be out of steam. It's still pretty even on the workers, but of course GuMiho is going to have mules, and he is finally building a second command center, and that is it. GG. As I said, not many players going for that one base opener. Alright, it's game number 2 already. In the top left is the Blue Terran. It is Sidestorm Gaming's GuMiho. In the bottom right is the Red Protoss. It is Liquid MaNa. Thank you to Papa Mitch for the 36-month resub. The big 3 years. Pretty impressive stuff. Some would call that cheese, but it's not. Well, yeah, that's true. It's, one base 1-1-1 isn't really what you would call cheese, I don't think. Although, again, there's many definitions of cheese. But, as I was trying to explain, it was even a very common opener. You could do this multiple times in a row against a Protoss player, and they wouldn't be surprised, and they would be able to deal with it in a variety of different ways. Usually, anything aggressive, a Stargate can be a very powerful tool. The only thing a Stargate doesn't do well against, I think, is like a Proxy Ghost, which no one does anymore. Or Ghost Rush, I guess is a better way to put it. Ghost Rush. Otherwise, you know, the Void Ray can really help out. The Phoenixes can lift things and take out things from the air. The Oracle can get you detection, even if it's a little unsteady. as well as have a very powerful pulsar beam to help out on the ground. So it can be a catch-all structure, but I really think that MaNa was just caught off guard. You know, the Adept went in there and saw that it was a 1-1-1, so he had some mental preparation, but then like 15 seconds later he had to deal with the medevac drop, and it just wasn't... He wasn't quite set up, I think, as much as he wanted to be. That doesn't mean that he couldn't have been. And no need to worry about that this game. Command center goes down, and that's exactly what MaNa was hoping to see. He also scouted for a proxy Reaper, or eventual factory starport. But that would have been a little bit later. Throws down his own Nexus. It is after 7X core, I think, because he was a little bit scared. But throws down a Stargate immediately, too. I always, like... It's so hard to tell if it's a Stargate before a Nexus or right after a Nexus, so... I've been wrong last game. But this one's obviously definitely after the Nexus. I had my eye on that one. Reaper's gonna come in here and at least see... hopefully see that it's a Stargate. Nothing really to stop it. Probe is still... This probe is really just like... It's like, I know you're gonna proxy something. You're GuMiho. GuMiho will go for, 2 bases, but then proxy a starport because that's what he do. Adept pops out in the nick of time, so that Reaper has to just get out of here. It's actually gonna try and fake it out, and up to heaven you go. That didn't really work out. Shit. What? Okay, that was weird. Okay, you did see the Stargate, however. I mean, even if you don't see the Stargate, if you see nothing else, unless you literally see a Twilight Council or a Robo, or I guess more gateways also, you should probably just anticipate an Oracle. So either Widow Mines in the bases, or Marines in the mineral lines. You can play a little bit dangerous and try and be aggressive with whatever units you have. Hope the Oracle comes back, but you really don't have a lot of units in the early game when you do this. SCV looks like it's going to proxy something, but he's already built all of the tech that he would have. So unless it's going to be a second starport for shenanigans, then I guess it's just taking a very odd path with the scout. Wants to see the third base timing. This is the most important thing. Oracle's on its way over. Wants to get at least a couple of kills, but also wants to make sure it doesn't die to a Widow Mine. Terran players have been placing them all over the place. Trying to predict where this goes, but it's a Cyclone. Very carefully taking out some of those SCVs. The scouting SCV went down, so it's only got 3 SCVs. Widow Mine is in the main base and was successfully dodged by that Oracle. So let's be very, very careful about the natural. Wants to go for the mules. Can't find him. Viking is getting that Oracle awfully low. But it does end up leaving, and 6 SCVs is not so bad. Quite good, really. For how many units were up against it, so some nice control by MaNa to keep it alive. It is going to be the Phoenixes after, and as such, if he gets more than 1 Phoenix, I'm going to guess it's going to be Resident Glaives as well. So good old Adept Phoenix. Raven on the way for GuMiho is interesting. On Abyssal Reef against Zerg and even Terran, it can be very, very good as a harassment tool, but against Protoss that you know about with a Stargate, you probably shouldn't be throwing that willy-nilly out into the wilderness. So I wonder if he's going to be using it as a tank push. I mean, he has tanks on the way, and that's not surprising at all, but I mean more like put him right here, use a point defense on an auto turret to help protect it, and be really annoying to MaNa. Maybe I'll just let it gain a lot of energy and come... Maybe it'll just be a thing we worry about later. Only 1 tank pops out, so really kind of a defensive tank, not a pushing tank force. Stim finally starts, Revelation just goes down. Cyclone does lock on to that Oracle, trying to keep the right... Oh, never mind, Viking gets it. Okay, that's now easy scouting. No longer in MaNa's pocket. His Phoenixes have to do a better job about patrolling all of the avenues on Abyssal Reef, which can be difficult to do. Revelation's definitely an easier spell to try and cast all the time. But I'm not sure MaNa wants to go for a second Oracle. 4th Phoenix on the way. Resident Glaives +1. 3rd base all saturated almost, anyways. Phoenix goes down. Really want to get the Raven. Thought that was worthwhile, but I don't think it was worth losing 2, now 3 Phoenixes? No. Nope. Ah, he targets the wrong one first. Mass Repair is going down. Okay, that one SCV is not repairing the Viking. It was fooling me. I thought he was repairing the Viking, and that thing would have probably survived, but Raven has higher priority, and that is true. Combat shield +1 now on the way. Robo is transferring over. Away from the Stargate, potentially. Maybe that's the last Phoenix he'll get. I mean, he needs to get back up to a decent number of Phoenixes because he doesn't want to be caught without any anti-air whatsoever. Not only for drops, but just because if they really do... If they have the ability to lift and leave, that really takes away a lot of the power of Depth Phoenix. So, at least 5 to threaten it. But GuMiho's moving out. He's still only on 2 bases, adding on 2 more barracks, a total of 5. But I think he will expand if things go swimmingly. Adepts might be in position for that, though. 3 Adepts, Rising Glaives. It's going to be a little difficult for reinforcements to clean this up. Scans ahead, wants to know if it's worth dedicating to the attack, and he does have... Oh, he has 2 tanks, my bad. I don't know what the other one was. I'm crazy. But 1 tank or 2, it really was more about the Bioforce that stims in and just absolutely tries to slaughter the Adepts. There's really not enough either. +1 armor isn't done. Robo is depowered. A 3rd tank. Wait, when did he get so many tanks? Did he add on the tech lab when I wasn't looking? Am I just crazy? Yeah, he did. Okay, thank God. Okay, whatever. But again, tanks aside, I think the Bioforce would have done it anyway. So 16 probes go down, Natural Nexus goes down, and MaNa doesn't have enough of an army here. He's down almost 30 army supply, and the only thing he really has going for him is that +1 armor is about to finish. Wouldn't mind he's even protecting the tanks from being lifted or the medevacs from being shot down. Phoenixes can do so little. We think of 1 Marine at a time. This is absolutely game over. Lifts the tanks. What if I doesn't get the greatest shot, but there's just not enough here. GG. GuMiho takes a swift 2-0. And this group would be going really quickly if, you know, everyone is here on time. If only. Oh, I wish notifications weren't a thing on Twitch. Can I disable those? Like, I really don't care if a video is popular or some shit. God. So far, no luck from our Protoss player. GuMiho looking dominant. The winner of this will go on to face Bly in that winner's match. The loser will face Xanster. Yeah, that's the one. It's not determined quite yet. In the bottom left is the blue Protoss. It is Liquid MaNa. In the bottom right, as the red Terran, it is GuMiho. Good old gas first. Wouldn't have been surprised to see GuMiho send an SCV out early either. I mean, this is something that MaNa has been aware of and scouting and even, like, you know, getting some very early production for, and, you know, it usually wouldn't be too good of an idea, but I feel like GuMiho can just force a will his way into a game sometimes. And while MaNa was doing a great job scouting last game, maybe he just figures, oh, he's not going to do it, doesn't do it this game. Yeah, you know. Nuclear Precinct is kind of the most popular map for proxies, and I would probably judge Protosses for not scouting at least a little bit on this map against the Terran player. So there goes that probe. It could duck into the common locations, which is up here or over here, just to, you know, at least try and get the SCV if it was building a barracks, but could also just go across the map and see that, hey, there is a barracks there, or there isn't, and, you know, work off of that. This is forcing MaNa to play to a pretty fast Cybernetics Core expand as opposed to a Gateway expand, which I guess he didn't mind so much, as that was how the series started things off, but I don't know if he really wanted to do it every single game. MaNa also has been in the past a little bit cheesy. Brought up Hero earlier, and while he's not as cheesy or Alini or Hero-esque as Hero is, he certainly has it in him to send out the Pylon Rush and then follow up the Stargate. Nexus is thrown down, Stargate thrown down immediately after. MaNa's probe is going just off to the very, very corners of the earth. Okay. Alright, you do you. You do you. Maybe we're not gonna be able to get that free probe. That's one good thing about it. And GuMiho is once again going for the 1-1-1. Factory following this up. Without the music, that hop sounded kind of comical. Gonna see the Stargate. Easy peasy. Scouts. And easy. Maybe gets that probe? No, it's gonna be microed. Oh, he's waiting though. Oh, he's like, oh, the Adept's not chasing me. Oh, but he knows. Oh, GuMiho's so good. Probe dies. Cool idea from MaNa though to try and bait their Reaper a little bit far forward. But now it's healing and it won't die to one shot anyways, so GuMiho's continue using it. And I'm not gonna get off of follow because this is how I roll. Oh, it still survives. It really is just looking for probe kills at this point. There's nothing else to really scout. There's no way they're gonna cancel the Stargate. But it does successfully get second probe, right? Yeah, 2 probes go down. They were a little bit weak. But now that we've watched that unfold, let's watch the Oracle. GuMiho has a Widow Mine on the way, but it is on the way? No, there's one out. I was like, that seems like an off timing. Very interesting location to try and predict the Oracle. I mean, obviously MaNa isn't going to go directly main base to main base, because there's such a high chance the Widow Mine's here or here. But to predict that it's all the way over there, are you for real? It almost worked, holy shit. It almost flipping worked. Oh man, the gliding on the Oracle is fancy. SCVs go down. GuMiho is really... Oh, just kidding. Another one got it anyways. Gotcha. Got him. Could maybe even pick up this one. I can't believe that almost worked though. Like, maybe I don't play the game enough. I would never put my Widow Mine over there. Okay. So, Marine drop. No Widow Mines. Means that it should be a little bit easier for MaNa to hold against. But, you know, he doesn't have an Oracle. So no help with the actual power, the actual DPS. Has to depend on the Potent Overcharge, which is, you know, usually totally fine. Adepts being warped in, coming back from that third base as well, and that should be enough. So GuMiho isn't even going to bother staying around. If he had brought the Widow Mines, they would not be detected, and that could have been a problem for MaNa. But just the Marines, he really wasn't looking for very much. Gonna scout, make sure the third base goes down. There's a very, very, very low chance it's not a third base after a Stargate. But I suppose there is still that chance. I saw it.
Add-on complete.
Jesus. Fortune's Twilight Council, and with more than 1 or 2 Phoenixes, it is going to be once again Resident Enclaves and +1. I mean, the Adept Phoenix last game, you know, I think he was really caught. Well, one, kind of diving a little bit too deep for a couple of different units, so his Phoenixes weren't as threatening as they maybe should have been. And he also let GuMiho run across the map without having much to say. He was also caught transitioning a little bit. Like, well, wow, thank you for the bits, Jimmy Jam Jars. Is now the bit boss. And if no one beats you today, then you'll be getting a portrait code. That's what I was talking about. Oh, he got a Robo, and that's like not too dedicated of a transition, right? Like just a simple Robo and +1 armor. It's not too bad. It was like he didn't really seem like he had as many Adepts as one should to defend GuMiho's push. He really was just kind of a stim to win. We'll see what happens this game. Widow Mine drop in the main. He knows where the Phoenixes are, and the Phoenixes can't deal with the Marines. They should have been here dealing with a medevac, but just out of place. Happens. This Phoenix tries its best. Widow Mine's not burrowed, I guess, in the best that you... Oh, Jesus, that you would hope for, but still gets a nice shot. 5 probes go down. Medevac lives. Medevac's going to pair up with the rest of the army, in fact. This is going to have stim. He added on a second barracks pretty quickly to get that tech lab pretty quickly. So, while sometimes this pairs up a little bit later with +1, it's about to finish. He wants to get the Phoenixes. He wants the Widow Mines, though, to pop off on something. And as he was about to take a fight, that wouldn't have been the case. So, smart moves to just get out while he could. This medevac is going to die. Definitely enough Phoenixes for that to happen. He knows the Widow Mines are over here. Maybe missed that second one, though. Okay, sees it now. Probe lost its life. 9 probes in total went down, so maybe this one another shot in here. Yeah? Yeah, maybe. Too few Marines, especially without combat shields, so just run, run, run. Cannon is at the third base, so I think it grants detection. Oh, but it still got the shot off? Oh, they only killed one probe. A Liberator even over here. How did that sneak by? What am I not taking care of? Oh my god, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah! Okay, that wasn't the best shot ever. Okay, that could have been worse. Okay, I thought the scan is killed the observer, but obviously that's not the case. Scan just to see, I guess, if the transition's already happening. So, MaNa bit supply blocked. Liberator's still locked and loaded, hoping to really catch the Phoenixes out of position, and now they are seen out of position. Lots of Widow Mines burrow. Hopefully MaNa saw that. There's enough Marines, though, so he shouldn't be running into that anyways. Obviously, MaNa saw the third base and knows that like a 2-base all-in is on the way, but this drop's going to occur. It has Marines that have stim, combat shields, and +1. Liberator in the main base as well. Out of range of those pylons on that cannon. If Phoenix is going to have to take its time to clean this up. A lot of damage going down on the probe line, and while MaNa was able to kill about 5 workers, that does not match GuMiho's. Yeah, a lot more workers killed here. Even more going down as Liberator catches a couple of probes. Trying to transfer back to mining. Finally, it is cleaned up, but man, with Phoenixes on the map, and this many Phoenixes too, MaNa is taking so much economic damage. He is transferring out fully and entirely away from Adept, so he never really, I think, threatened GuMiho. GuMiho scanned, saw the natural, saw the robo, and I guess just like felt very comfortable. Well, first, continuing to drop, man. Like, these drops have been way too much, but also comfortable getting his third base up and running. Never at any point did he really see like a mass amount of Adepts. Then you get a Bacon Hero, just immediately swoops in, takes the spot with the bits. And now we have Disruptors on the way, and while MaNa is not having the greatest game of his life at all, Disruptors might be able to get a couple of few lucky shots. GuMiho has lost either 1 or 2 games against Disruptor players, one being against Canning, in fact. And he's also lost significant chunks of army against Disruptors, like anyone really would. So he's not, you know, totally immune to the effects. And sometimes, if you don't think your opponent's going for Disruptors, it can be that much of a surprise. But it's not just pure Disruptor. Only one pops out and then into Colossus. Phoenix is trying to do what they can, at least keep GuMiho back. Trying to scout for any further drops. I mean, if he's in position for every single drop and GuMiho is as aggressive as he was, that's 4 medevacs and a Liberator that don't kill more than a handful of probes, right? But instead, 4 medevacs and a Liberator killed like 28, which is pretty good. Well, actually, the 4 medevacs even didn't die, so really 1 medevac and 1 Liberator. Anyways, brought it up because there are still a lot of medevacs available. The Widow Mine's getting a little too far forward, so they're going to be picked up. It's a nice move, of course, but yeah, GuMiho has 30 army supply lead. Equal upgrades here. It's one thing going for MaNa. Colossus needs to get involved in the fight. Disruptor immediately sniped. Guardian Shield probably to follow. There you go. Snipe, snipe, snipe. Phoenix is going down soon as well. Looks like there's a bit of a counterattack in the natural base, and the bowling strike, nope, doesn't get very much at all. That Colossus is still a little scary, but the Marauders come forward and instantly tear that down. It didn't even have extended thermal lance. The army of GuMiho is a little stimmed, and it's getting smaller and smaller, but it looks like it is just going to be enough to roll over MaNa. Still up 50 army supply now. Just to get his reinforcements over here after dealing with the Adepts. It is absolutely game over. MaNa's 4th base did finish, and he's at 64 probes. He could transfer a few over, but his army is hurting. And he's only on his way to +2 armor, whereas GuMiho is on his way to 2-2. Huge snipe right there. Pretty good concave. Mortars are coming out now, and if it was only an army to protect them, that would have been a very important move because there's so many Marauders. But there's just not enough to protect it. Medevacs are dry, and a lot of them have died to the Phoenixes. The Phoenixes have also died. And MaNa tried his best in this last game, but he is going to lose 3-0 against the Mighty Terran. GG. That's going to send GuMiho to the winner's match against Bly, which hopefully they are very quick about their vetoes. So that's going to also occur on the NA server. Trying to find the mid-ground for these Europeans and the Koreans. Ugh, and while they get that set up, I'm going to go to a break.